Latifa, and you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your hand back.
Thank you for joining us today on the Higher Learning Network. I have a fantastic guest. You probably know him. As a matter of fact, I know you know him, especially if you go to church in Chicago. This young man is running for mayor, Chicago's own Dr. Willie Wilson. Thank you, Dr. Wilson, for being here today.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm a doctor now. Okay, I received that. You know, I have been knowing you since my days at Gospel Radio 1390, and a little bit before then. And I always knew that you were a man of integrity.
Thank you very much.
A man of integrity, in which we so much need in this city of Chicago, because there's just so much corruption. But there's one thing that you didn't know about me. I know a little bit about your backstory, about how you grew up in the South and you picked cotton and that kind of thing. People don't believe me when I tell them, but I lived in the South for a very short time as a kid, and I picked cotton.
Is that right?
So I know what that's like.
How many did you pick?
I wish I could say I picked a lot, but I was about 13 at the time, so I think I picked maybe a quarter of a bag all day.
Okay.
And we got $2 for that bag, so I may have gotten 50 cents.
Okay,
So I didn't get a whole lot. But along the way, as life would progress, we don't have to pick cotton. We can just wear cotton now.
There you go.
Praise God. But one of the wonderful things that I love about living in the city of Chicago is that it's so multicultural and it's so diverse. And we now have the opportunity to bring someone to the table, to the mayor's office, who is as diverse as they come.
Yes.
People of all nationalities know you, and you've bonded with people. You're a friendly mayor. I love your slogan, Dr. Willie Wilson, mayor of Chicago, the friendly mayor.
Yes.
Because the current administration, not so friendly. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Right.
And I think it's time that we as a people get a chance to reach out and touch the mayor and to have a conversation. What made you run at this particular time? Because I've heard the story that you should have ran some time ago.
Yes. Well, Dr. Robinson, I've been asked to run, several years ago. I was busy running business, local, national, and also international. So I had to get the finance things in order and get a solid foundation. So I held on to it. So lately, about a month and a half ago, I was sitting in my place, my house, and I was asked, why don't you run? And I said, you know what? I've really been here a year now. Maybe I'll just try it. They said, well, do an exploratory committee anyway. And I said, well, let's try it and see how people are going to react to it. It's something that I love to do and kind of get things squared away. So that's how it all kind of started. One of the things that I've really been disappointed in this mayor, I guess like a lot of other citizens happen to be, closing up the 50 school. 50 schools is a lot of schools to close. He failed the children of Chicago, and he failed the citizen of Chicago. Not only those kids have to walk now from their neighborhood school, from their home, they got to walk 2-3 miles through gang territory, things of that nature. But he disenfranchised the children of Chicago. On top of that, the mayor made a decision not to even consult with the parents, the teacher. He also disenfranchised those school teachers that had jobs. He disenfranchised the people who mopped the floors, the janitor, the secretaries. He disenfranchised the people who mowed the lawn. All those jobs, he made that decision by himself and not realizing the effect that it would have. And so that kind of really was one of my pet peeves. I think he disrespected our community. And disrespect is a big issue in our community. Yes. How can you do what it is that you do that affects us as a people and not even consult us? Well, and then the other thing about it too, he said it costing money to keep those schools open and running. Well, it might have cost, it's not nowhere near what it costs for his budget that he just presented. All right, So his budget is running over into the hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars. Just one consultant on that, I think I saw where it's about $125 million.
Lord have mercy.
Right? So, you know, it's not right.
Well, where's that money going?
Well, I think it's going to some of his favorite people that continually do business over and over again in Chicago.
And one of those issues is minorities getting contracts with the city of
yes.
Chicago. I am one, for one, am a business person, and for all the years that I've been registered as a DBE, I have yet to get a contract. And that's over the last 20 years. And it's the same thing every year.
We would change that.
And I'm not alone. I'm not the only person. There are hundreds, thousands of small businesses in Chicago who've never gotten a chance.
Well, you know, it takes sometimes 5 or 6 or 10 years to get just certified through the process, you know?
Well, I've been certified for 20 years. It did take a year to get certified. It did take a long time.
You know, I can tell you about my experience. I don't do business with the city of Chicago, never have. But it's taken me 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 years to get through that with all the red tape and stuff that goes on.
Because there is a lot of red tape.
Right. But the situation is this, though. When you look at the citizen that pays taxes in Chicago as related to the minority, particularly African American, you got Hispanic and then others out there too. When you look at the taxes that you pay and do not get probably less than, I don't know the exact figure, probably less than 1% of the contracts that is out there. You know, and so all those dollars is going to other people don't look like us. I would change it. I would make sure propose legislation to introduce into the city council that we would take then get into law that anybody who does business with the city of Chicago will have to, one, do business, economic empowerment, economic development, job, and contracts. We will introduce that.
I love that you said that of those 50 schools that they closed, 25 of those would be reopened. You said that during your press conference, and the other 25 would be used to start up businesses. There's a lot of entrepreneurs in Chicago on all sides of towns, north side, east, and west.
Yes.
And we just don't get the chance. 1% of a contract with the city of Chicago, that's an insult.
Without a doubt, but this mayor here has no sympathy.
None whatsoever.
And you know, like the contracts that he's giving out, he doesn't even seem to care. He's untouchable. You cannot even talk to him. And let me give you another example. There's these red light cameras.
Oh, we won't even get into the cameras.
Let me tell you this. Red light cameras in the west side, south side, north side, the east side. But guess what? Not one red light camera is downtown of the city of Chicago.
Really?
Not one.
Not one?
Not one.
Oh, so tax the residents, but don't tax the tourist if you just happen to be rolling through downtown.
Right. Not one.
Okay.
So what is he saying to the people? You got different class of people.
Classism is in effect.
Yeah. So this mayor, I would get rid of red light cameras.
I would certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, I will get rid of them, that you don't have to be worried about these red light cameras. Now you know, the Chicago Tribune ran an article not too long ago, maybe less than a month ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, where is that national, the yellow light has about 4 to 5 seconds. Chicago got caught with his hand in a cookie jar, less than 2 seconds.
2 seconds does not give you a lot of time to do anything.
No, and they give tickets. Now, when they gave these tickets away to citizens of Chicago, some of them even got their refund back. You know, and they still hanging out there.
Right.
You know, and so those red light cameras will have to go. You know, it is a shame for things like that to be. This mayor have not only failed the education system, not only failed the citizens in terms of these red light cameras and things of that nature, you know, he'll surely have failed public safety.
Public safety is a big issue as well.
Yeah. So I would deal with that situation. First of all, we'll have to get rid of, get rid of the mayor. He got about less than 50 days to be in office.
And over the holiday, he was on vacation
On
somewhere.
vacation, right.
Could care less about us.
I'm telling you. So I would also replace the superintendent of police, okay? I would put 4 superintendent of police. We'll break it up the city up in 4 different sections. So the superintendent of police can get closer to the community. They get close to the community and take care of these problems. On the other hand, I would take 75% of all the police officers, get out of their cars, ride the street bus, ride the L, the subway, walk down the street with its citizen.
With us.
With us.
And yes, I do take public transportation. Yes, I do.
All right. Well, we would deal with it that way. And how somebody would say, well, where's the money gonna come from? Well, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy all those police cars. You know, you don't have to fill them up with gas every day. You don't have to pay the people mechanic to repair on all of it.
That's a savings there.
It's a big saving. All right. So that'll pay for more than just those superintendent of police. And on top of that, what we would do is that have a police force within the police force that report direct to me as mayor. So when a 911 call goes out, this I can't breathe situation, the Ferguson situation, that those would be dispatched out and make sure that we can prevent that. So our citizen would feel comfortable when a police officer pull them aside and stop them.
So
independent.
So you're saying someone independent
of the police department that report direct to me as the mayor.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. In addition to the officer or the squad car that's going out.
That's correct.
Oh.
In addition to that.
Okay.
Because we have to protect our citizens. This thing haven't worked. I don't know how many homicides, how many people done lost their life.
Every day in
Yes.
the city. Every day, all day.
And the superintendent of police, this mayor haven't even thought about firing him.
No, I don't think so.
Still up there. But on top of even that, we would divide the city to reflect the different neighborhoods to set up a review board.
Okay.
And we would take that and evaluate every situation there to make sure that all our citizens will feel comfortable in terms of when a police officer pulls them aside.
So do you think the Hispanic Latino community should only have those types of, that ethnicity of officers in their neighborhood? African Americans only have African American police, European only have European officers?
No, I don't agree with that one. I believe that we have to be integrated versus segregated.
Okay.
Okay, because we have to bring people together.
Absolutely.
You know, so if you keep us segregated like we was down south, we don't get a chance to know about one another.
Right.
You know, we would take to make sure before you can become a police officer, you would have to go through training in the field. We would mix it up. All white won't be in all white area. All white won't be in all black area. We would integrate each district.
Because that's a big complaint in the African American community right now, is that there's too many Caucasian officers.
We will make sure that it is divided equally, represent each neighborhood. We'll make sure the ranks and file of the police department, from superintendent all the way to sergeant, lieutenant, as well as in the detective area. I don't believe there's not one head African American or Hispanic that I know of. If there is, it's not enough, right? Because all this crime going on, we have to get a hold of it. But the problem that causes a lot of our crime is jobs. And economic empowerment. If you take out the finance, the economic, the job, and the businesses, that leads to a void of people going to commit crime. See, the west side, the south side, the north side, and any other side of town should look the same as downtown Chicago.
I agree.
And we won't rest until we get that.
I agree.
And you got to take the dollars and put it back into the community. People say, well, we got this budget, pension, price, and all these different things, you know. Well, setting up equal opportunity for all citizens job and contract, instead of this major corporation owns a business downtown Chicago, and that money is going to another state. All right. Well, if they're gonna be here, it's okay. We welcome them here, but make sure that the contract too is applied to people within the city of Chicago on a fairly and equal basis. That way, the money comes back into those neighborhoods, and nobody will have to begin slowly but surely eliminate crime.
Okay.
You know.
Now, on the subject of jobs, Mayor Rahm just recently said that in 3 years, I think it was, that he will be increasing the minimum wage to $13. That's in $13. That's in 3 years. Well, in the next year, he'll be out of office, so I really don't think he cares. And my question is, how can you live for 3 years when you can't pay your bills right now? Why do you have to wait 3 years for the minimum wage to arise? And why does it have to be $13? Why can't it be above that? Still, people can't live off of that low wage.
Let me tell you something. I resent the fact that the mayor takes 3 months before election and talk about minimum wage. Why did he think about this 4 years ago in his office? He are playing off people's livelihood to get elected. All right. We don't want necessary. I support minimum wages. All right. I point blank support minimum wages. All right. But I also support people making way more than minimum wages through contracts. All right. Because you got contract, then the wages go far more than that. I average for my employees that work for me, my average of my employee make over $100,000 a year.
Your average employee at your company makes over $100,000.
That's correct.
You'll be getting a lot of calls, Dr. Wilson. So a lot of people want to come and work for you.
Well, that's how. Look, I work down south for 20 cents per hour. I know how it is to be struggling. You know, my thing. If you look back at my record down through the years, I've never left the community. You know, I live downtown and a couple homes here and there, but every week I'm into our community.
Every week.
Every week I'm in our community, helping, giving speeches, donating money to churches, to outreach programs and things of that nature. We haven't left, and we're not going to leave.
I've heard of your goodness. Everybody in the community, if they didn't know, they know now about the wonderful things that you do in the community. And what I really love when I heard at the press conference is that you said you would not even accept a salary.
No, I would not accept a salary except for this. I will accept the salary, but I would give it away to a charity, a church, to help with their outreach program, that feed the hungry, education for people that need it. I would give those dollars to those churches, which what I do a lot now with my own money. I will continue to add to it, to give it away.
That is awesome. I've never heard a mayor, any political official say that. And I also love the fact that you're a businessman first.
Yeah.
You're not a politician. So what would you say to the person who says, well, you run a multi-million-dollar business, but how can you run the city of Chicago and you're not a politician? How's that possible?
Well, first of all, Chicago is not what you call, I say, a politician itself, the whole city and people in the city, all right? I would say Chicago is a big business.
Because America is a corporation.
That's what I'm saying, all right? And you have to take a business approach to help us, to help the disadvantaged, to help job and empower people. We have to find ways of making dollars that going to help the citizen. One thing that I would do in terms of equal opportunity for all job and contract would do, we would open up Mag Field. That would create job, Mag Field.
You would reopen Mag's Field?
We would reopen it back up. You know, look at how many jobs that
were lost.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
And look how many contracts that all the citizens proportionally could benefit. Every airplane flies in, those new tax revenue, those contracts will reflect the makeup of Chicago. And here's another thing we would do. I know some people may not like hearing it, but we will open up a casino.
A casino?
Yes.
And because people love to gamble.
Listen.
A Chicago casino?
Yes, but listen, the casino right now, you go out in Hammond, Indiana, and you go out and jolly at, you look at them license plates, and you look at those stickers.
They all say Illinois.
Illinois, all right?
Yes.
But where's the job? The job is not here. They're out there.
No.
Where's the contract? They're out there.
Out there.
Bring it in the city of Chicago. But I got better. When I'm gonna bring it to Chicago, we would do this. Why not let the citizen own the casino itself?
Really?
Yes.
Let the citizens be part
of owning the casino itself.
Now that's the first.
Yeah. And then that way the dollar comes back to the citizen for school, for housing, construction, build up those families that they can begin and make more than, you know, think about $13 per hour, think about $50 per hour, $100 per hour. You know, that is how you would work and do it. The idea is caring about the people. You're not going to just take a few of the sweetheart deal, but the same people getting the contract over and over and over again. Listen, you have to feel for the people and do for the people. You don't say you love education when you close 50 schools down, and then when you turn around and give a consultant a $100 million contract.
Right. I am 100% for that.
Yeah.
I think you have a wonderful platform. I think you're an honest man, a man of integrity, a man that people can count on to do what he says he's going to do because you have a proven track record.
Absolutely.
So for the person who doesn't know that, what I'd like you to do is to look into that camera and tell the person why they should vote for you this election.
They should vote for me. Number one, you should vote for me because I care about people. You should vote for me because I don't want no money from the citizen. The citizens have supported me down through the years with my restaurant. I owe it to the people, back to the people. I owe dollars because they helped my family guide what it and done gotten. I owe it to you because, look, we're human beings. I'm from South. I've been poor. And I've been success. And I want to share the success with the future of my kid. But most important, your kid, the citizen. I want to bring hope to the citizen of this great city, Chicago. But not only a particular one nationality, I want to bring it to all citizens, African American, white, Hispanic, Asian, female, and other that I have not maybe mentioned. But all citizens. I want to bring people together, not to separate us. I'm the mayor will have equality, compassion, and friendliness. You will not need an appointment to see me. Just come and get in line, and we'll have certain days that you can see me, even if it's a complaint about a pothole having been filled in your street.
Wow.
You know, and we'll get rid of all these parking meters and things of that nature. We will make sure that if there is no pothole downtown city Chicago, there better not be one pothole in your neighborhood.
All right.
That's why you would vote for me. Vote for Willie Wilson for mayor.
All right. Well, and on that note, I will personally vote elect Willie Wilson. Hashtag elect Willie Wilson
Amen.
For mayor of Chicago. Thank you so much for coming on. I
thank you
know
for
you're on the
having us.
campaign trail and you've got a very busy day scheduled. We thank you today for joining us on the Higher Learning Network. My guest today has been Chicago's own Dr. Willie Wilson, who's running for mayor for the city of Chicago. And we want you to come out because I know you heard what he just said. He wants to bring wealth to you and your family. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to the next Higher Learning Network TV show. And thanks for watching.
Don't vote for me because I am black. Vote for me because I am the best person for the job for all citizens. Hi, my name is Dr. Willie Wilson, and I knew I should have followed my first mind. I should have ran for mayor of Chicago way a long time ago. Let me say this, I am a made self-thinker.
All right.
No doubt. And I am truly independent. And just because if I'm Democrat or Republican, if Democrat is, if I feel it's wrong, I'm not going that way. If Republicans feel that, if I feel that they're wrong, I'm not going to go that way. The governor-elect that I supported, I happen to think that he is a good human being. I didn't look at him as a Republican. And if my record speaks for itself that I've been involved into my community and all communities throughout the city and the state, let the people judge righteousness. The African American community understand and know I've been there through the years. I would not ask the governor to support me, nor will I ask any African American to support me that is in bed with our current mayor.
All right.
I am a people person. I believe in equality, compassion, and fairness. My story have been one of the past to future. Nobody has got to guess about me. The record will speak for itself.